Hello, this is Daniel Plays. My name is Daniel and welcome to yet another Minecraft video in which we're going to be taking a look at some of the best texture packs for Minecraft 1.16.4. That's right, in this video we're going to be taking a look at some of the best texture packs for Minecraft 1.16.4. Now of course, if you're into Minecraft videos like these, be sure to hit that big red subscribe button and hit the bell notification right next to it. And I'd also like to mention that we now have our own Minecraft server, which is play.danielplays.net. Use the IP address down in the description or on the screen right now to join. So the first texture pack that we're going to be taking a look at is called Stay True. It's one of the most popular packs on CurseForge right now, and it's up to date for 1.16.4. It adds a ton of new textures to Minecraft. It stays kind of true to vanilla Minecraft, which is in the name of course, but it also adds a ton of variation in the foliage, which looks just gorgeous. I mean, look at all these different types of grass. Look at the pink birch trees, that is just gorgeous. And look at all the variation in the flowers and stuff like that. One of my personal favorite textures in this texture pack is probably wheat, because it's a lot taller than the default Minecraft textures. And you know what, they actually look gorgeous. I mean, this is just a small field, but imagine having a huge field full of this beautiful wheat. That would just look gorgeous. Now of course, the variation in the foliage isn't all that this pack has to offer. It also just gives slight tweaks and retextures to the existing vanilla blocks, but of course staying true to the vanilla feel. And another feature that more and more creators seem to implement in their packs is this connected texture for path blocks and grass, and it usually also works with sand and where's gravel? There it is. So usually it will also, yeah, look at that. It will also blend with gravel and sand, which will just look gorgeous. So another block that I really like from this texture pack is the chest, because it doesn't look as weirdly colored as the vanilla Minecraft one, which is kind of orange-like almost. And this one is way more desaturated and looks way better in my opinion. No, I did not try to steal your stuff. So this next pack is called Gui Retextures. It's not just because it's a creative name, it's actually just what it does. It retextures the GUI. So there are two versions, a dark mode and a normal retextured version. I went with the dark one because it looks really cool. And now this is not just for the inventory, it also works for things like the grindstone, furnaces, I believe chests of course, which are similar to the inventory, but you know, the chests also work really well. And so this even goes for GUI, like trading with villagers. And if you pay really close attention to the texture, you can see that there's a little village drawn in the background here, which just looks really cool and makes this a very, very unique pack. So if you've always thought that the GUIs in Minecraft did look a little bit boring, a little dull, and did want to update them, then be sure to give this pack a try. It's called Gui Retextures, of course. A link to all of the packs that I mentioned in this video will be down in the description, so don't worry about that. This next pack is called Vanilla Additions, and it adds a lot of additions to Minecraft, which is pretty much what an addition is, I know, but it's really cool. It doesn't retexture the entire game, but it adds a lot of details that are very subtle but really, really cool. So one of the things it adds is connected textures for all of the polished blocks we have in Minecraft. It also adds emissive textures to terracotta, so that looks really good, especially at night. You can see it's almost like a glow in the dark effect, which is really cool. And then it also adds something that is biome dependent textures, and that means that pretty much everything that has some wood elements in them will be retextured and recolored depending on what biome they're put in or found in. So this is a cartography table. It looks pretty normal. That's because this is just an oak biome, just where oak wood is found. So another item that this applies to is campfires. As you can see, this clearly just looks like a normal campfire with oak wood, but if we head over to a little platform that I set up in a swamp biome right here, you can see that, well, once again, other types of terracotta also have emissive textures, but look at the campfire. It's much darker because it almost looks like some other type of wood has been used for this one, which looks really cool, and it's a really cool detail. Even though trees in swamp biomes also just give oak logs, this one is way darker because it is found in a swamp biome. So these details are very subtle but really cool. So another thing is biome dependent mob textures. So in swamp biomes you might come across one of these guys. Not all of them look like this, so they're pretty rare to find, but they look really cool as if they've been bathing in mud. And so obviously I can't spend too much time on every single texture pack in this video. Most of the stuff that they add you should check out yourself. but I want to point out some of the coolest features. So I'm in a different biome once again, a dark oak forest. And as you can see, the campfire looks a little bit different again, but especially the cartography table and all other tables that include some form of wood will actually look like this. So they'll have a much more appropriate color for the biome because, you know, dark oak wood. So that's really cool, and that's something I haven't seen with a lot of packs. Maybe Better Vanilla Building is similar to this, but you know, I can't wait for the future of this pack because, you know, it has some great features that could only get better. And so this next one might be hard to spot because this pack looks like Faithful, and that's because it is Faithful. This is Faithful PBR, and it goes all the way from, I believe, 16 or 32 pixels up to 1024 pixels if I remember properly, maybe even 2048. The version you're currently looking at is 256 pixels, and it already adds great amount of detail to Minecraft. I can't tell you that much about this pack because it's pretty much Faithful textures with PBR. So as you can see on pretty much every block there is, even dirt, wow, mushrooms. I mean, look at that. That is just gorgeous. And look at that self-shadowing. That is so good. So what this pack does is it adds Faithful textures with PBR and even parallax occlusion mapping, but that was too buggy for me, so I disabled that. But you will still get the self-shadowing and the reflections on blocks. Man, this is just gorgeous. So these are the Faithful textures. If you actually really like Faithful but would like to add some effects to them, some more detail, then be sure to check out Faithful PBR. A link once again will be down in the description. I mean, man, if you don't think this is cool, then I don't know what is actually cool to you. So the next texture pack is Maximum Cubes. It's actually the one that I like to feature as the new pack spotlight, or spotlight, in which I pick a new pack that has a very few downloads but is really good. So the textures in this one are really good. Like, the quality of these textures are insane, but at the same time they're really funny. What this pack actually tries to do is get rid of all the circles and round items that there still are in Minecraft. So, you know, Minecraft is a very cubical game. It has cubes and squares all over the place, but some of the items, such as compasses or cakes, they're still round. Even though their textures are pixelated, they're still round. But the creator of this pack thought, no, even those items need to be square because they are in Minecraft. So the creator actually retextured some of the items, such as kelp, to be square. This is redstone dust. This is a potion. It has a square bottle. Then this is magma cream, which pretty much looks like a lump of butter. Then the compass is also square now, and the clock is more or less like a screen instead of an actual clock now. Then there's bread, which is actually very easy to make cubical. So then there's this item, which at first I didn't even recognize. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is an ender pearl. If you wonder whether it still works in this shape, yes, it does. So the next one is the God Apple, and it is also cube shaped. And then there's this last one, which actually looks really good in my opinion. This is a block of emerald, but it's like just an emerald. It's not an actual block of emerald, but it looks like a block, but tiny. That makes sense. So that's pretty much what happens to Minecraft if you were to use this pack. Snowballs are no longer snowballs, they're snow cubes. Slime balls are no longer slime balls, they're actually slime cubes. So this is actually pretty funny at the same time, but at the same time I'd like to tell the creator that they did a fantastic job at texturing these items, because man, the retextured items look gorgeous. So if you actually liked one of these packs and want to give them a try, then a download link to all of them will be down in the description. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. I would sincerely appreciate that. And if you want to see more of these kind of videos, which of course you do, then be sure to hit that big red subscribe button and hit the bell notification right next to it. And then of course, I will, as always, catch you in the next one. See ya!